spent much of my adult life as a woman being married or in relationships. And each time I was married, I really thought that that was the forever one. So all of my time, energy, resources went into that. Unfortunately, my life didn't quite work out for me the way that I planned. And at 52, I found myself divorced, no kids, a lot of freedom, a lot of time on my hands. And I started to feel like I was just existing. I really missed California. I finally decided to come back here. I drove back across the country by myself, and I had lived here for about 3 years. One day I was on Facebook and I happened to see something about van life. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but I do remember that it stuck in my brain, and I thought, wow, that's super cool. That would be like camping all the time. Well, over the next several days, I just kept seeing more, more and more and more stuff about van life. It was almost like the universe was sending me a message. Once I got the van, then I had to figure out how to get it converted because I do not have any of those skills. So while I was browsing on Craigslist, I happened upon an ad that a guy had placed saying that he can convert your van. So he worked with me on my budget. He worked with me on what were the most important things that I needed, the fact that I was traveling with a dog, and he actually came in a little bit under my budget for everything that I needed. Once I got it all pared down to what would fit in a van, I realized that we don't need as much stuff as we think we do to be happy. And really, the less I have, the happier I am. Hi there, my name is Bridget, and this is my van. His name is Dude, like the dude abides. He's a 1995 Chevy G30 with a 5.7 liter engine. One of the things that I loved about this van when I went to look at it is the big tires. The guy that owned this van before I bought it put these big tires on it because he was driving this to Mammoth to go skiing and do all sorts of fun recreational stuff. So I lucked out. These tires have proved to be really good for the places that I've been going, the beaches. Up on top of the van, I have a flexible solar panel that sits right up here above the cab, and it provides enough power for me to charge my laptop, charge my cell phone, and pretty much do anything I need to at this point. Mostly when I'm hanging at the beach, I will open up these two back doors. This is Mick. This is my traveling partner, Mick Dundee. He's a 2-year-old Australian cattle dog mixed with a border collie. He's proved to be an awesome van dog, awesome watchdog. He notices everything. He notices things that I don't notice. And I highly, highly recommend having a dog with you if you're a single woman doing this on your own. Back here, I've got plenty of room under the bed for storage. I've got books and clothes, winter boots. I've got bags. I've got cleaning supplies. I've got a tent. Pretty much anything that you would need as you're traveling around and living your life. So one of the things I'd like to show you on this van that's a little bit different, one of the challenges I had with the van was, believe it or not mechanical issues, but issues with the locks and the latches. So I took this into an auto mechanic. He went through all the doors, everything. He lubed them, he greased them. They're all working great, except this one. And I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before it broke, and it did. So I just had them close it and weld it permanently shut. And I got to be honest, I like it a lot better this way. It's a lot safer. So now I get Mick out of the van, in and out of this side door. It's quieter, it's not as noticeable. I don't have my back turned for as long, and it just feels a lot safer. This is my van. I chose a really simple build because I wanted to keep the gas mileage good, and I really didn't know what kind of van lifer I was going to be. So I figured that I would start simple and work from there. Over here, I've got all of my clothes. All of my clothes that I wear on a daily, regular basis all fit in here. So I had to do quite a bit of downsizing, but it really came down to what were my favorite things and what do I wear all the time, and that's what I decided to keep. I have all of my privacy shades in here. I have several privacy shades that I've made. Velcro is my new god. I've got Velcro all over the inside of the van, in the front and the back for privacy. So I keep all of those here so that they're handy. This is a small Yeti Cooler. It's the smallest Yeti that they make. I use block ice in it, and the block ice lasts about 4 days. So I buy 4 days worth of cold food, block of ice, and I'm good to go. This bag has all of my vitamins and supplements and all the stuff that I take on a daily basis. And the reason I keep it here is so that I remember to do it. This is what I use to cook on. I have a really simple butane stove. It's really easy to set up. It uses a can of butane fuel, and it's really easy to set up and pack away when I'm done. Over here is where I keep all of my blankets, sleeping bag, sheets, I have this bungee corded to my bed frame because it kept falling while I was driving, so that fixes that. In here is where all the mechanical stuff is. I have 50 watts of solar, and I also have an insulator on my car battery, which means that every time I drive the van, it charges my solar battery as well. So I have the sun and the car engine both powering my solar battery, and that's worked out really well for me because I do need power to charge my laptop and charge my cell phone and all that good stuff. This is an inverter so that when I need to charge my laptop, I just plug it in here. I also have a couple of USB ports here. I also have a couple of USB ports here. The guy, Phil, that did this conversion on the inside, he was very thoughtful, and he thought it would be a good idea to have this so that I could plug my phone in at night while I'm sleeping and have it close to me. So being a woman, obviously one of the things that I was concerned about was safety. And all my friends obviously are really worried about me traveling by myself. So they're all telling me to get a gun and get this and get that. So I've got pepper gel spray, I've got a taser, and in here I've just got a flashlight and a headlamp, just in a quick, easy position that if something were to happen at night while I was sleeping and I needed to leave in a hurry, or if somebody knocked on my window, or if there was a sketchy situation, I have my emergency bag right here, and that's where I keep that. Over here is my kitchen and part of my bathroom. Up in the top drawer, I have all the things that I need to cook with. So I have my pan, my spatula, my paper plates, my paper towels, all that good stuff. This drawer is all my dry food. And then the bottom drawer is all of my bathroom toiletries. So I belong to Planet Fitness. That's where I work out and where I also shower. So when it's time for me to go there and do that, I've got all my toiletries right here. So I pack up whatever I need into my backpack and I head on into the gym. This is a full-size mattress. It's a 6-inch foam mattress, which I find really comfortable. And it's built on a very, very simple wooden platform. And then under here, I have plenty of storage space. So I've got my porta potty, which is the second half of my bathroom. And in here I have shoes that I wear every day that I need quick access to, like sandals, flip-flops, sneakers, stuff like that. I've got all my hats in here, my warm hats, my summer hats, my baseball hats, all my hats go in here. In here I've got maps and things that I use when I'm traveling, pads, maps, pens, things that I use for that. He put in 2 vent fans for me. I knew that I would need 2 because of the dog, with both of us in here, especially being in California in the summertime. This over here is my attempt to make the van look cute. So one of the challenges in choosing a cargo van is I knew it would be small. I knew I would have so much space to work with, which is fine. But decorating is a little bit of a challenge, especially when you have a large dog traveling with you, because everything is constantly covered with hair and sand. So I'm trying to find ways to make the van look cute by doing little things like this and not necessarily affecting the bigger area where the dog and I hang out. If there's something that you think about every day, it's your path. We all really just want the same things, right? We all want love, security, we want to be happy. Everybody wants that. But everybody walks a different path to get there. When you step away and you're in the van, there's no noise. You get a lot of alone time, and you get a lot of time to reflect, and you can't hide from it and you can't run from it because it finds you. And it's good, and it's healing. I don't feel like I live in a little box anymore. I feel like I'm more in tune with nature. I also feel like I've connected back to people again, and I've met more awesome, down-to-earth, real people in the last 4 months than I have in the last decade. There's no posers out here. You're out here in your van, you're not looking all glamorous every day, your hair isn't perfect, and that's just the way van life is. And you embrace it, and you embrace other people that are living it just like you are. So there are jobs like that out there. Okay.
Wait for him to finish that.
Oh. I could drive because I'm used to driving Subarus and small cars.